Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand, two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch called for and made. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. And the Gators want to move quickly. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. At the 45 on his way. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
To throw, it's Lagway. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Quarterback will audible. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught near the sideline, it's Abrams. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. touch pass on the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense played well.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Gators will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. and the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They'll try to pop the draw. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out fast. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to lead more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Looking to pass on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Sellers. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Men, the first meeting between Iowa and Iowa State happened back in 1894, but they've only awarded the actual Cy-Hawk Trophy since 1977. Here's how today's game went down. Iowa stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Iowa City. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass. He unleashes a long one. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And now on second down for this offense.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. And that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Now facing a third and long. Dropping back, it's Glagway. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Gators are flying down the field.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Steps away. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Gators have pushed it inside the 20. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They want to just keep throwing it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Snagged in the middle. It's Livingston. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to run it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
6-9-1, Gators far.
He'll take it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gator! The defense flailed at him like he was slathered in baby oil and wrapped in rattlesnakes. They didn't get close to him.
It's hard, man. The dude's so fast, but he's still allowed to throw it. He can still run it. He's so hard to get a handle on. And I tell you what, that's why he makes big plays time and time again.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense. He's loose. Inside the 30. The 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, what a move. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gators headed quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he added the extra point.
South Carolina, 21.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. He's got his man. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Ripping through the defense. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
Jackrabbit.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Akron is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over the Sharks. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Going over the top. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. They'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. Teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like all kinds of running room. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It is good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
South Carolina, 24, Florida, 21.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Glagway. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. This is a designed run. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
They're going to run it to the right. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Might as well stick with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 10 over North Texas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Glagway. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the...
He lost one down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
6-9-1, Gators score. Easy.
The RPO, it's complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback checking the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Third quarter of play. South Carolina, 27. Florida, 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Sellers. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're bringing heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in the one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
This is a running back, man, that just finds a way to get it done. Critical 4th down, everyone thinking they're going to throw the football, but they hand it off to him, and he helps keep this drive alive.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Open runway ahead. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Cobb sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Makes the catch. It's Harbor. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stacks. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Quarterback keeps it. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead.
And makes the score. South Carolina, 35.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 24, set to kick it off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45.
42 Spider.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. The Gators in the hurry up. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on second down. He's got an open man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. He wants to throw it again. Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Ready up.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
Now, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 35 over ULM. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Got room at the 35. And he breaks into the open. At the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, it's go time for this defense, right? Like, it's go time. We got to commit more guys near the line of scrimmage. We have to get a stop. That clock is ticking. It is not our friend. We got to get the football back.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They run the reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion setting up for him.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fair catch, called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game,
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Coming after him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Gamecocks! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
28.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He's going to take off. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. First down here for the offense.
Here we go. Terrier.
The back goes in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going up top here late in the game. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Give to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
At midfield, he's got room. Flying down the left side. He's at the 10. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
In the end zone.
And some people might say that's piling on, and I get it, but they're not throwing the football all the yard. They're running the football, getting other guys in the football game. It's your job to stop it, and they're just adding stats to the stat count.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.